Yo, you ready for this? Let me tell you a story. Not just any story. This is about Neymar, one of the most insane talents football has ever seen. You know how everyone loves those underdog stories, right? Well, Neymar's is one of the craziest I've ever heard. From growing up in the rough streets of Brazil to becoming a global superstar, his journey is like a mix of talent, hustle, crazy moves, and some drama along the way. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Humble beginnings, the streets of Mogi das Cruzes. Alright, picture this. It's 1992 in a little town called Mogi das Cruzes, just outside São Paulo in Brazil. Neymar was born there, but if you think it was all sunshine and rainbows, you'd be wrong. The place was tough. I mean, favelas, crime, not a lot of opportunities. But Neymar? From a young age, he had one thing on his side: talent. His family didn't have much, but they had passion. His dad, Neymar Sr., had played football professionally, so the kid was surrounded by football from day one. Even when they couldn't afford the best gear, Neymar was out there on the streets kicking a ball, showing signs that he had something special. At just 5 years old, Neymar was already playing street football with older kids. He wasn't just keeping up, he was schooling them. It's like something in him clicked early on. But of course, nothing's ever easy when you come from humble beginnings. Neymar knew he had to work hard if he wanted to make it out of there. The rise at Santos FC, making waves. So, fast forward a few years, and Neymar starts catching the eye of local scouts. By the time he's 11, he joins the youth academy at Santos FC, a historic club in Brazil. And man, Santos was lucky to find him. Neymar was out here turning heads, playing with older guys, and showing skills that were straight up wild. He was that kid who could do things with a ball that made you wonder if he was from another planet. At 15, he was already playing for the senior team, and by 17, he was scoring goals like it was second nature. You ever watch someone and think, okay, this kid's gonna be huge? That was Neymar at Santos. And it didn't take long before the whole country knew his name. In 2010, Neymar and Santos won the Copa do Brasil, and then they went on to win the Copa Libertadores in 2011, Brazil's biggest club competition. This was the moment when Neymar became a national hero. People were starting to ask, is he the next big thing for Brazil? Spoiler, he was. International breakthrough, Brazil national team. By 2010, Neymar was already playing for Brazil's national team. Can you imagine? The guy was 18 and already representing his country on the biggest stage. But the real turning point? 2013. Neymar played a huge role in Brazil's Confederations Cup win, and that tournament was basically a warm-up for what was coming, the 2014 World Cup. Now, Brazil's expectations were sky high. Neymar was the guy, the golden boy. Everything was on his shoulders. Unfortunately, it didn't go as planned for the team. Neymar was out after a brutal injury in the quarterfinals. But before that, he'd been doing Neymar things. Scoring, assisting, just making magic happen. Even though Brazil crashed out with that embarrassing 7-1 loss to Germany in the semis, Neymar's reputation was still solid. The kid was just getting started. Barcelona era, joining the superstars. And then came the big move. You know, the one that changed everything. In 2013, Neymar left Brazil and signed with Barcelona. Now, let's be real. Joining Barcelona at that time meant you were playing alongside Messi, Suarez, and Iniesta. No pressure, right? But Neymar didn't flinch. He slid right in and became a key part of one of the deadliest attacking trios in football history. MSN, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. That trio was basically unstoppable, and they dominated both Spain and Europe. I mean, in 2015, they won the UEFA Champions League, La Liga, and the Copa del Rey. Neymar was showing the world that he wasn't just the next big thing, he was already one of the best. But here's the thing, even though he was thriving at Barcelona, Neymar had bigger ambitions. He didn't just want to be Messi's sidekick, he wanted to be the guy. And that's what set the stage for the next chapter of his life. Paris Saint-Germain, a record-breaking move. Neymar shocked the football world when he moved to Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, for a world record fee of 222 million euros. Yeah, you heard that right. 222 million euros. At the time, it was the biggest transfer in history. But here's the deal. Neymar wanted to be the centerpiece of a team, not just another cog in the machine. He wanted to win the Champions League and cement his legacy as one of the greatest of all time. At PSG, Neymar would finally be the star. And while he's had a few injuries here and there, he's delivered. He's led PSG to several League One titles and was key in them reaching the Champions League final in 2020, though they